Hello, Valorant fans. I'm Kevin Clutch, and I'm still recovering from the fact that Split isn't in the competitive map pool this year. So sad. It's one of my favorite maps. So today, I will be deciding whether any other map is worse than Split and should be taken out of the competitive map pool to bring Split back. Now, a lot of other Valorant YouTubers have decided to use opinions, facts, all this nonsense. Why would I care about what you think? Here at the Kevin Clutch Co., we are more. We use maths and statistics to figure out which map is the best. And I have invented the Mapometer 3000 to do just that. To do this, the scientists at Kevin Clutch Co. have developed unbiased categories to produce whether the map is good or it should be kicked to the curb to bring sweet, sweet Split back. The categories go as followed. Meta volatility. What agents are good on this map, and how many can you actually pick from? Because if you can only choose one or two agents, it's not a very good map. The creativity and the design of the map. How many different plays you can make. How much fun you can have. And how well the map is actually designed for low elo players, for high elo players. And finally, we're going to go over the strengths and weaknesses of all these maps so we can really round out the solid foundation. But all of these maps I'll be giving a score out of 10 for how they do in each category. And at the end, we will add it up and it will give us a number 3 or below. The lower the number, the worse the map. Split, however, is a 3 out of 3, so I will not be going over that map. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into ranking these maps. I will be doing them in a random order, so nobody knows what the final outcome will be, but I promise you, it will be interesting. Starting off our picks is the newest map of the season, Pearl. Pearl has very mixed opinions coming into this championship series, with very open bomb sites, making it hard for attacking players to defend the sites after the post plant. The addition of the interconnecting mid area makes for some interesting plays and could be a great playground for expert lurkers, as there's so many angles to check and you never know where they're going to come from. The research team has given Pearl a creativity score of 7 out of 10, which I think is very reasonable, as the map still has a lot of time to be played and so many new strategies to uncover. 5 out of 10 for design, as there's not a lot of room for counterplay on sites, and it becomes very one-sided after a team locks down the site as it's so open. The meta volatility of this map is hard to measure, as it is so new, but from my research from the Valorant Championships in Istanbul, I have found that teams like to play 10 agents on this map, which is very good for the ecosystem of this map, as it provides a lot of interesting plays that can be taken, and it's not locked down to just a few agents that bring this map to life. Haven has been a staple for all of Valorant history, with the only map to have 3 bomb sites. It sets up a great battle for both defense and attack, and allows for a lot of creativity within strategy, and doesn't have a big advantage for either team. There could be 2 defenders holding a site, and they'd still be able to lock it down against a 5 attack push, which makes it very good for either team. The MV for this map has remained strong over the years, with Haven still having 12 agents played regularly in championships, meaning there's a lot of diverse strats that can be used when playing. The research team has given Haven an 8 out of 10 for creativity and a 9 out of 10 for design. It is one of the most perfectly balanced maps in the pool, and one of my favourites to play. Fracture is a map that gets a lot of hate by fans. However, I think that it probably has one of the best features of any map in this list, which is the fact that both sides can be attacked from different sides, which allows for great lurking plays and creative strategy, making it very fun to attack. But it does allow enough spacing for defenders to have a chance to retake or defend a bomb site efficiently. The research team has given this map a 9 out of 10 for creativity, as there's just so much you can do as an attacking side, and an 8 out of 10 for design, as there are a few moments where it is very one-sided to push, especially in A main or arcade. But apart from that, it is very balanced. The MV of this map is also very good, with 10 agents being viable picks in the pro scene and giving a lot of options for different playstyles and strategies produced by many teams, Optic being one of the best at Fracture. I love Breeze, but this map is probably one of the worst design scores by far, as the map is so big it's nearly impossible for a fast rotate, and a chamber or a competent operator player just destroys an enemy team from long range. The MV for this map is also extremely bad, as you're basically throwing if you don't have a chamber or a viper on this map, as the walls are your only way to enter some sites without being picked off by a sniper rifle, and the teleports and long range capability of chamber is just bad news for anyone who comes into their path. 6 agents are consistently used in the pro scene on Breach, which is very bad, as it's basically just locked off any chance for any other agents to be picked. So the team has given Breeze a 6 out of 10 for creativity and a 6 for design. There is just so much work that needs to be done with Breeze to make it fun and viable again. Bind. Bind is okay. It's not my favourite, but it's not the worst by far. Bind has good potential for fun and exciting games, with the addition of teleporters, but that's kind of where it ends. The map is basically just a run and gun with no mid, which makes it extremely hard for attackers, as the defensive split is always stronger with a 2-3 on each side, with rotates between sites being so easy. However, the design of this map is well worked and can give attackers an advantage if the util on site is good, but mostly it's just a run and gun and hope for the best. Chamber can hold B site alone, which also doesn't help, as that means you can have 4 on A and 1 on B. The MV is good, however, with pro teams picking 10 agents, none particularly being better than others, and maybe Viper on this map, but it is still a very healthy pool of agents to pick from, which can lead to strategy, but over the years I've just seen it getting duller and duller. The team has given Bind a 6 for creativity and a 7 for design, which is not very good, but it's okay. Icebox is another pick that is just okay. The lanes are good, with mid and tunnel being big space builders for attackers if not watched by defense, but the map has very narrow choke points for attack, making it easy for defenders to get kills. One sage wall can stop attackers pushing on both sides, allowing for quick rotates from the defense, and killjoy on either side is always broken. The MV is good, with 9 agents being used in pro play, but it still gives little diversity, as every team you'll find has almost a Sage, a Sova, a Killjoy, and it's just not what you want when you're thinking about the ecosystem of the maps in Valorant. The team has given Icebox a 7 out of 10 for both creativity and design, which is respectable, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and Icebox is definitely not one of my favourite maps to watch. Finally, last on this list is Ascent. I think Ascent is probably one of the most well-balanced, well-designed maps in Valorant. It has great lanes for attack and defense, being able to play for space both pre- and post-plant, and the addition of the switch doors makes for interesting decisions on both sides. The MV is low on Ascent, with only 8 agents being used in pro play, but the fun you have on this map in solo queue is limitless, and no agent has an extreme advantage over another. As long as you play well and give good space and good communication, you should be good. The team has given Ascent an 8 out of 10 for creativity and a 10 out of 10 for design. I think it's one of the best maps, and you should definitely be playing it more. So you're probably wondering, what is the best map, Kevin Clutch, after all of your massive statistics put into this? Well, I will tell you. Haven is the best map, scoring a 2.5 out of 3 on the Mapometer 3000, which is a very high score. Coming in just behind is Fracture and Ascent. These are probably the top 3 maps that I love seeing be played and should definitely be played more. However, coming in third to bottom is Icebox. Then, second to bottom, not to be replaced by Split, but so close, Pearl. I feel like Pearl's having a hard time because it's so new, but just bring Split back. It was so much better. And finally, the map I would choose in order to bring Split back is Breeze. Breeze is just boring to watch. The same agents get picked by every team, and there's just not a lot of opportunity for creativity. So I reckon we should get rid of Breeze and bring Split back. Thank you all for watching. I have been Kevin Clutch. Please have a good day and like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow for another video.